Hi, friends. Thanks for joining me in 2026. I appreciate all of your likes. I love the comments, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing as well. This week, I want to talk about creating a vision board and why I think it's so helpful in identifying things that you haven't been able to verbalize. So, before there was ever written language, I'm sure you've seen in school those like cave drawings that were pictorial. We actually are a pictorial people. It's still a part of how we process. And so the fun thing in doing a vision board is that it allows you to have something visual that speaks to the things you're thinking, feeling, and dealing with. So here's a vision board that I did quite a long time ago, like 2017 or so. And what you can see right here, in one side is a woman, she's got a piece of paper and she's thinking. Here's another woman where everything is crumbling around her. A gal doing yoga and focusing. And I put rebuilding who I am, what is God's plan, and then I put when things fall apart, listen, keep calm, stand your ground. So this first half of the vision board was actually where I felt I was at that time in my life, where I didn't think I had an idea of who I was and where I was going, and I wanted to. I was trying to be calm, but everything around me was chaotic. And it was really hard and frustrating. And the way that you get these types of pictures, you can all go to your doctor's office or possibly the library, asking them if they have magazines they're getting rid of, or just ask Facebook. Everyone's friend has a magazine or two. Here's one, here's a travel magazine. And you can flip through and you look for things that just like resonate with you, and you start to write down stuff that makes you like think about why that goes into your story. On this side right here, I wrote I have a thing that says Harvest of Memories. I have a makeup palette because I was thinking about how my life felt colorless and I wanted color and joy and life. There are these big boxing gloves where I felt like I wanted to be stronger and have fight and like stand up for myself more. And then there's this girl standing on the mountain, kind of like looking into the distance. And I imagined it was me sort of like looking to my future and trying to find my way into the future. And it says vision, new life, strength, like never before. And so I'm going to be doing one of these this year. It's just a basic poster board that you can get at the dollar store. This one is actually cut in half because I did it with a bunch of ladies. Here is another little pictogram type thing. And I was at a conference, and it was just learning to sort of write a psalm-style prayer. And then we also had pictures and things like that. So I have this woman who's floating in the water and relaxing, but it's torn in half. And then I have something that says nice guys, and a heart, and it says pain. And then a word that says thriving. And you have a story to tell. So as I was writing this, I was thinking about how this peace and this calm and this focus that I had felt gone, it taken away from me, lost. And that love caused me a lot of pain, that I was struggling to believe that there were nice guys out there, and I wanted to thrive again, and I wanted to believe that I had a story to tell that might like make a difference in the world. And then, in that I wrote a whole little like my complaint to God, my request to God, my confession, my praise, and my assurance. This I actually did about a year ago as I was, working on healing and recovery. So think about it. Slow yourself down. Get some craft supplies. I have like 3D type stuff that I might put on my board. We've got like this greenery and sparkly stars And I've got, I don't know, fancy paper and all kinds of magazines. Where do I see myself today? Well, I've been looking and thinking, and there are a couple of themes that seem to come to mind: life, being alive, light, um, owning my identity, things like that. So I really encourage you to just think about it, grab some paper, sit down and say, like, what were the themes of my life last year? What do I want to see in this future year ahead? And honestly, like, I'm looking at this board from 2016, 2017, and I think, oh my gosh, the themes are kind of still the same. Maybe life comes in cycles, but I will say that I have experienced clarity. I am stronger than I ever was before. I have more of a fight than I ever did before. And I am determined for my life to be vivid, bright, and alive. So I hope that helps. I encourage you. You know, a lot of times people put a vision board where it's like paying off my debt and marrying somebody by the time I'm XYZ age. But I really like more focusing on like themes, feelings, and emotions. That's just me. And I realized that for myself, it was like, where am I? Stuck, trapped, tired, lonely, you know? Where do I want to be? Alive, connected. One of these things says, bless this house. And it's so interesting because quite a few years back, I, got a beautiful home. I've connected with a community of people that I really love and value that are there for me. I have good church and I have support groups. At this time, I wasn't in recovery for codependency. I wasn't in recovery for trauma that I had been through, and I really needed it. And so now I'm looking at my life and thinking, a harvest of memories, strength and color, a blessed home. Actually, I have those things now. So, what do I look forward to in the year ahead? What am I going to be focusing on? I remember having this hanging on my wall and just reminding me, like, you are going here. You're going to this place and you're getting out of this place. But, it takes some work, it takes some action. But the visual really helped. It helped inspire me, and putting it together and cutting out the pictures really helped. It's not for everyone. Our group had, around 10 women, and one in particular, she's very orderly, and like her poster board, same size as mine, was like filled only about this much with information. But I wonder if she did it today, if it would be different, because in the years that I've stayed connected with her, she's grown a lot. And I think she's able to communicate things about herself, her life, and her needs better than she ever was before. So I hope you have a wonderful start to 2026. And I hope that you'll take the time to slow down and look at where you've been so that you have the clarity and focus to step into where you want to go. Thanks for listening, friends. I'll talk to you later.